Hello children, welcome to the next experiment class of practical chemistry. So today the venue is changed. Today I am in a lab, a proper lab. I am in the St. Francis Chemistry Lab, and since the gas which I will be preparing is needs the acid which is little risky acid to be carried anywhere. So I have decided to show it to you in the lab. So for this experiment, this is preparation of chlorine gas. The reactants which I need is MnO2. You have done it many times. MnO2, manganese dioxide. MnO2, it is a black powder, right? So it is MnO2, black powder, which I will be taking in a test tube. Now, whenever we handle test tubes, arrange in what? In a test tube holder. Don't take any chances. So it is to be arranged in the test tube holder. And I'll take, see, this is the spatula. I'll use it to lift the chemical and put it in the test tube. Test tube should be dry, otherwise the chemical would stick to the test tube. It would not reach the base of the test tube. So we always take dry test tube, and after the experiment, that is why after the experiment we always wash the test tube so that it is dried up by the time we start the next experiment. So this is MnO2, manganese dioxide, and I need which acid? Concentrated HCl, which I have kept it here, right? Now, you know we have to be ready with certain other things also. Litmus papers. So I have got here red and blue litmus paper, which I will moisture. So it is moist red and blue litmus paper. So this is moist red and blue litmus paper is ready with me. So that also I'll keep ready, right? Now, so I'll also arrange for a burner, and I'll show the combustibility test. See, chlorine is said to be a supporter of combustion, but it does not support combustion of all the substances, because oxygen support combustion of splinter and all, but chlorine does not support combustion of this splint and all. So I'll be arranging a splint and the spirit lamp, right? So sir will be helping me with the splint and this spirit lamp there. So before that, this I'll show you. So let's add. Now be careful, little heating would be required. So I'll arrange for the spirit lamp there, and this is I'm adding. So to MnO2, let's add carefully, because concentrated acids are to be handled very carefully. They are very risky, they are very corrosive, they damage the skin, it should not fall on you. So any experiment when you do, you have to do it very, very carefully. So I am doing it very carefully by the side of test tube. So here, so what is added? MnO2 and little bit of concentrated HCl, right? Now I have to heat it little bit. So for heating, I'll just arrange for the spirit lamp. It is there, and the fan would be switched off and it would be ignited, right? Okay, children. So, sir, I need spirit lamp and matchbox. So, sir is arranging for that. Now, for chlorine is an acidic gas, right? So, acidic gas, whenever we have acidic gas, what effect it would have on the litmus paper, you will see today, because till now, whichever gases we did were neutral gases. So, we have also done carbon dioxide and sulfur dioxide, those were acidic gases. So, this will also show the same litmus test, right? So, let's start with that. Now the spirit lamp is to be arranged very quickly. I am waiting for that, and I need, okay, So in the meantime, I'll write the experiment, what you have to write till sir is writing. So to a pinch of, small amount of pinch of MnO2, add concentrated. Word concentrated is must. You have to always write, whenever you are using concentrated acid, always write the dilute. If you don't write, no problem, but concentrated has to be written. Concentrated HCl and heat gently. Now chlorine, remember children, is a poisonous gas, so we should never ever inhale it, right? So it should be done very, very carefully. Now we will have some observation. Chlorine is a colored gas and it is very slight, greenish yellow in color, and it's so slight that you can't even notice it so well. So what is the observation? Greenish yellow, and it has pungent odor. Pungent odor gas evolved. Well, this identification is enough because the only gas which is greenish yellow in color is chlorine gas. So chlorine gas, greenish yellow, pungent odor gas evolved. Well, chlorine gas is evolved, and chlorine is evolved. Then we'll do the litmus test. You will write the litmus test in the same way as I have taught you in my previous experiment. Since it is acidic, blue litmus changes to red. Blue litmus changes to red. Now changes to red. Now here something else happens. Chlorine is a very strong bleaching agent. So from red it changes it to white. Now that is very important observation. Red, and then it changes to what? And then white. What is the inference for that? Gas is a bleaching agent. That is a conclusion inference. Gas is a bleaching agent. Alright. So first let's do till here. You know what is the statement to be written here? Bring moist red and blue litmus paper near the gas. This observation I have written. So let's see the first formation of gas. And इसके लिए भैया वो चाहिए पोटेशियम आयोडाइड टेस्ट करेंगे. स्टार्च आयोडाइड है इसमें, स्टार्च वाला. ये तो पोटेशियम आयोडाइड है, थोड़ा सा स्टार्च. Okay. So now you will feel that the color is not so much, but I'll try to show you against the white background. I'm heating it. Now it is so slight, the color is so slight that very faint greenish yellow, and that's, as I said, is not so clearly visible, but little bit tinge is there. That is a greenish yellow color. Now let's do the litmus test. As the gas is escaping, moist red and blue litmus paper near the mouth of the test tube. Very soon, since chlorine gas is evolved, red is here, blue is here. Now see the color of blue, how it is changing. Can you see it is changed to red? Can you see it is, now you can see the faint greenish color, and now see what color it is changing into. What is the blue litmus change? It changed it to red, and what it is changing into finally? What is the color change? White. Yes, what does it show? That chlorine is a bleaching agent. Once again, I am taking a moist blue litmus paper, fresh moist blue litmus paper. Let's see whether it changes to red or not. Changing to red, children. And now see, very fast. It's a very strong oxidizing agent. It starts to change to which color, children? It changes to white color. Right? So that is, see, these are the three identifications. Chlorine is pungent odor, greenish yellow in color, changes moist blue litmus to red and then to white color because it is a bleaching agent. Now, the confirmatory test for chlorine is we need starch iodide solution. Now, this is starch iodide. Now, what is starch iodide? Starch iodide is nothing but to potassium iodide, Ki. potassium iodide, Ki, little starch is added. So it becomes starch iodide solution. Now, I'll explain the chemistry of you. But when the starch iodide paper is brought near the gas, you see the observation and then tell me what it changes into. It changes to which color? Changes to black color. So that is a confirmatory test for chlorine, right? So chlorine experiment is clear, children? And very faint greenish yellow color you can see. Very faint greenish yellow color. Against this you can see, feel it, very slight tinge is there. Okay? So this is what is done for the chlorine. So I'll just quickly write it on the board and then we'll move right on the board, right? So you can also do it. So litmus test. Then after that what we are doing? Next part, the conformity test I am writing here. For the conformity test for chlorine, that would be number 3. Bring, what was the paper? Bring starch iodide paper near the gas. Bring starch iodide paper is actually starch potassium iodide paper near the gas. Near the gas. What did you observe? What happens? It changes to which color, children? What it changes to? Black color, or we can say it changes to blue black color. Paper changes to colorless, you can say colorless. Paper changes to, paper is white in color. White paper changes to blue black. Blue black. Black is also correct, but don't just write blue. Blue black is okay, or otherwise just black, right? Gas is confirmed to be chlorine. Gas is confirmed to be chlorine. Now children, now I missed something. I'll add up here. Make it okay. Let it be like this. For this experiment, let it be. There will be only 3 parts. Now the reactions which are needed for first and the third one. So for the first one, although that reaction is not in your syllabus, but let's write that. That is preparation of MnO, preparation of chlorine. So I'll rub this part little bit because you may not be able to see it. I'll write the reaction here. And where do you write it? Reaction, children? Remember, in the which plant? Plain side. So it is MnO2 plus concentrated HCl on heating gives MnCl2 plus water plus chlorine gas. Chlorine gas plus water plus chlorine gas, right? I write here. Plus chlorine gas, right? So here we'll be balancing it. This is for first one. So manganese 1, oxygen 2. If I put 2 there, this would be 4. So this would be 2. Then MnO2, chlorine 4. Now it is balanced. It's a balanced chemical reaction. That's the first one, preparation of chlorine. Second, for the test of chlorine. Now see, this is chlorine and potassium iodide with a little starch to it. That is why we call it as starch iodide. Now chlorine is more reactive than iodine, simple displacement type of reaction. In activity series, chlorine is, I've given you this series of halogens. Chlorine is more reactive. So simple displacement, it displaces iodine and itself forms a compound potassium chloride. Now once iodine is displaced, it is free iodine, that reacts with starch and changes to blue black. So that is the chemistry for this test. So it forms what? KCl plus iodine. Now this iodine reacts with starch because starch is already there in that solution and changes to blue black color. So let's balance it. Now it is a balanced chemical equation, right? So this is experiment number 6 in which we are doing preparation and identification of chlorine gas. Chlorine is a poisonous gas, so it should not be inhaled. It suffocating and all, so it brings coughs and all to you, like you start coughing and all. And remaining tests are here. So write in the systematic way. As I've told you, if you are missing something, you can see the video again so that you can clearly write in a systematic way. Alright, so do it. Bye children.